Hey everybody, it's the Gadget Man with Discovering in Color, and today we're going to have a really cool special video here. Going to review once again the Crua Culla, the insulated tent liner, but we're going to do it two different ways. So we're going to do it with the Eureka Jade Canyon 4, a 4-person tent, much larger, and we're also going to use the Crua Duo, which is a proprietary tent that is designed to fit the Crua Culla. So we're going to start with the Jade Canyon 4, and then we're going to do the Crua Culla. Oh, excuse me, Crua Duo. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this Crua Culla, we're going to take it out of here, we're going to put it inside the tent, we're going to use this handy dandy pump that Crua sells, and we're going to pump it up and we're going to see how well this works inside of a larger 4-person tent. So let's get started. Okay, on the last video I used to set this up with, I was actually on my knees while trying to inflate it. This time I've actually tried standing up, and I want to show you the difference between being on your knees and trying to use this pump is compared to standing up. So let me show you here real quick. Okay, popped off one time, but actually a whole lot better than what it was doing last time. A definite improvement doing this pump, using this pump standing up versus using it sitting down on your knees. So here we are. This is the Crua Culla, totally inflated inside of a 4-person tent. So what you can see here is that there's actually ample room on either side of this tent to store any type of equipment you may have that you obviously don't want to bring inside with you. But this, I think right here is going to be a pretty good setup. And there's actually, if I push it all the way to the back of the tent, there's about a foot or so of space right here that I can use to get in and out of this. Now, how does it look on the inside? Well, we can roll these open right here. Here's our Crua Culla. It's all set up. If you look at the other video I made originally of how this is, they talk more about the inside here. But this is the Crua Culla inside of a nice 4-person tent. And as you can see, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good deal. It's a tent. It'll keep it dry. I've got the vents on the side that I can open up. I've got gear storage on either side. So I would say I'm definitely looking forward to using this. All right, now let's move on to the next tent over there, which is the actual Crua Duo tent, and see how it fits inside of that. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, I have the Crua Culla is now installed, inflated, and inside of the Crua Duo. Now, I actually picked this up as I was very curious of how this would fit in here. So I went on Crua's website, and they actually have a section on there. If you're looking for one of these, you can get one of these used. This one was probably slightly used at a discounted price. Looks like it might have been used one time, and then somebody sent it back to Crua, and then I bought it and saved a little bit of money. So you don't necessarily have to buy used. So this particular tent here, like I said, the Crua Culla fits perfectly inside of here, as it should, because it's manufactured for this tent. But the inflation was actually relatively easy. It goes on the inside here. Now there is very little to no space on either side of this tent on the inside to store gear. So pretty much you're gonna have to use the Culla space and this vestibule space here on the outside to store any type of a gear. So I would say this is a nice thing to do for, especially on a very cold winter camping trip, because you have less space inside of here for air to kind of basically get cold, and you keep yourself, I think, a little bit warmer inside of this than what you're gonna be inside of that Eureka tent. But the bonus to the Eureka tent is that you have space. You can get out of the tent and you can get up and you have space to change and do all that good stuff with a little bit of privacy. So, yeah, I don't think we're looking at an either or here. I think we're just looking at a use. So I think if you're going to be base camping for a while, a weekend or a week or so like that, or a couple of days, I'd probably go with the Eureka tent, the 4-person tent, because you just have more space. But if you're just going to be out for a weekend and you don't want to bring a lot of stuff, by all means, take the Culla. It's a nice tent. It's a very light tent. I actually haven't reviewed it yet, so that might be an upcoming video where I do a full review of this tent. But hey, that's what we got here. The Crua Culla fits inside the Crua Duo, exactly like they say. So it is definitely a good combination here. But you can also use inside of a larger tent. 4-person tent, 8-person tent, whatever you want to do, because it doesn't require any kind of stakes or anything. So that's it. The Gadget Man with Discovering in Color. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on the trail.